Ice on my wrist, looking kinda cool. Bad bitch with me, she ain't tryna move. Niggas staring at me, what you tryna do? Got me looking at my watch, and it's time to do.
So a few of you guys asked me yesterday in my community tab when I asked you guys advice for things you guys want me to discuss during my vlog, and one person in particular, I forgot his name, shout out to you by the way, asked me, hey Chris, can you make a video or add to your vlog, discuss how difficult it is to maintain your Yu-Gi-Oh life while pretty much being an adult. You know, he has a kid and he works full-time, and he wanted me to explain the stresses, and I guess he wanted me to provide a solution on how I do it. But you guys already know I pretty much go to locals every other week, and you know, everyone's experience and situation is gonna be a little different. But I believe, you know, by being a Yu-Gi-Oh parent, a Yu-Gi-Oh dad rather, I can provide a lot of information for you guys who may be having kids in the future, or who may be planning on having kids, or who just may be going through something currently in your personal life in general because you guys want to enjoy the game you love. So this is what I do, my experience. Back when I first had my son, 2012, my girl got pregnant. It was planned. You know, I wanted to have my kid. He wasn't like an accident or anything like that. So I preemptively knew that my card game life was going to slow down. What I didn't know is that how difficult it was to raise a kid. You know, having a kid changes your whole perspective on life. It matures you in ways you would not imagine. Unless you're a piece of shit, then it won't matter because you're a piece of shit. But for people who are real dads out there, being a father is something that, when you really think about it, pretty much it's another you. It's like you're putting your life out there to succeed in your legacy. Now, how does this relate to Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm gonna get to that. It relates to Yu-Gi-Oh because a lot of us love this game. We spend 40 hours a week sometimes playing this game. Constantly think about it. When you have a kid, you can't do none of that shit. Responsibilities got to take place. What I recommend doing, guys who may be having kids, who already have kids, you guys just got to grow up, man. Like, you know, your kid's gonna need attention. Now, when they're little, when they're babies, it's easy, especially with dealing with your girl, because you know, a crying baby girl can pat him to sleep, give him a bottle, etc., and it won't be big of an issue. The issue is going to come in when your kids gets older. Like, my son's 6 years old, and he requires attention. He likes to hang out with me. He looks up to me as a role model for him. So you got to make that daddy time. If you guys are women and you guys have kids that play this game, you got to make mommy time. And, you know, being in your kid's life is very important, you know, just for being a Yu-Gi-Oh parent in general. So what I always recommend people do is prioritize your life to put your kid first, then your spouse, and then everything else falls in between. Because at the end of the day, your kid's going to remember all the times you couldn't see him or her because you're at some stupid tournament, or because you're at work all the time and you didn't want to make time for them. Now, right now, I think my life has a pretty good balance because of my YouTube channel. And because my work schedule currently, I'm off on, let's see, Thursdays. No, I'm not off on Thursday. I get off early enough on Thursdays to have enough time to go to locals. The biggest factor I believe it is, honestly though, outside of just being exhausted and pushing yourself, you got to have a solid relationship, man. You got to have a solid foundation with your spouse. Because, you know, at the end of the day, it's give and take. Your spouse has to know this is your hobby, this is what you like to do, and she or he deserves to give you your space when you need it, and vice versa. When they want to go out, when they want to hang with their friends and do what they want to do, you need to share the same experiences and give them the same, you know, respect as well. You can't go to every regional when you have a kid. You can't go to every nationals when you have a kid. In theory, you can, but it all depends on how you work that out with your spouse or your loved one. Or if you want to be an entrepreneur like I'm trying to do, you can try to make Yu-Gi-Oh your life, be a Yu-Gi-Oh vendor, or open up a store like my homie VCTRFS. Prime example of, he took his passion, turned it into his career, and now he get to enjoy not only his kids, but his career. So, you know, it's really difficult because I'm a businessman myself. I work 40 hours a week for a company, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are as well. Some of you guys probably work 70 hours a week. Some of you guys are in the military. I say the best way to go about it, guys, real talk, It's just any little spare time you have, play Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling Book is a thing. Hop on Dueling Book, get familiar with the meta, watch your YouTube videos like a lot of you guys are currently doing. Hop on Yugioh Pro if that's your best thing to go about. And in that way, it'll give you guys a lot more time to play the game you guys love. And then when you guys have the time, go to locals. Locals is a great thing. And you know, from being a veteran player myself, it's really cool going to locals, seeing all the up and coming players and a lot of the younger players I've seen when they were younger. Even over the past few years, just get older and more experienced and better at the game. I see myself as more of one of those, you know, like one of those veteran samurai people from like the, you know, the animes and stuff. Someone who's been around the block a few times. Like I've had my fun, you know, traveling to events. I've had my fun playing in major tournaments. Sometimes you just gotta settle down and get your priorities in order and get your life straight, man. You know, it's really not that hard, to be honest. You just gotta have a strong structure with your relationship with your spouse, and just make sure you don't neglect your kid at once, because kids are gonna remember that shit. They're gonna grow up and say, hey, my dad wasn't here, my mom wasn't here. And then when they realize what you're doing, oh wow, they treated their hobby better than me. They treated their hobby more important than me. So when it comes down to just, you know, managing your life and being difficult playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As an adult, you gotta prioritize them, man. You gotta sacrifice. That's what being an adult is about, guys. So for everyone that has a kid on my channel, for everyone who's going through the shit because they want to play their game that they love, put it this way, man. You shouldn't have been doing the dicking, and that way you wouldn't be in the predicament you are doing. And if you did the dicking and got the girl pregnant, or if you're not trying to get a girl pregnant, don't do it yet, man. Enjoy your life. I always recommend to people, man, wait till you're 30, bro. Get all your fun out of your system. Like I don't regret having my kid, but I can honestly say, if I can go back and do it again, I would have definitely had a kid in my 30s instead of having a kid in my early 20s, because I really didn't get to experience all out of life that I wanted to experience in the card game world and outside of the card game world. And I want all of you guys to have the same thoughts as well, because I just don't want to see people out here, you know, stressing and going through the BS that I've been through in my personal life. So yeah, man, everything's great with me personally. I just don't think it's hard, you know, managing my Yu-Gi-Oh life. I just prioritize my family first. Yu-Gi-Oh comes secondary, and then when I do have the time, the spare time, I will travel to events, because this is part of my business right now. Yu-Gi-Oh and my YouTube channel is a secondary income for me. And you know, I think that it definitely helps me a lot to put it forward in my life, man. So with all that being said, man, post your thoughts and opinions about this video in the comment section down below. If you guys have any questions or concerns about being a Yu-Gi-Oh dad, being a Yu-Gi-Oh parent, or having a stressed out Yu-Gi-Oh life in general, you guys can always hit me up on Facebook. We could shoot the shit, and I'm more than happy to talk to you guys about anything you guys might be going through. All right, man. So once again, this is InnovationYGO, bringing out some spicy Yu-Gi-Oh content on Saturday, because you guys, I'm filming this on Friday, so you guys be getting it Saturday, and I'm signing out. Peace. I'm gonna get Metatron. Still good. Still good. I don't get it, but we're gonna make progress. Trust me on that one. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's see, Metatron, you going down, buddy. You are going down. And that's a dud. All right, come on, let's go. I'm gonna use the sword launcher. 3, 2, 1, light air grip. So this one has the bearing driver, which is supposed to, it's like a ball bearing, like a fidget spinner. It's gonna give it more stamina. The long one is gonna attack real good.
And the vampire one, this kid. He's an Burst Evolution.
Yeah, I forgot his name. It's the Vampire Kid, yeah. So you got game 1 with this guy. I'm just calling the Vampire Beyblade. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the sword launcher gave me a little extra aid. My son just using a regular launcher. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. We did some test battles, and long in this one, it burst. It's bursting him like every match. It was pretty cool. Yeah, like my stamina surviving me again. He ain't doing that good right now. Oh, he bursted me. Guess I spoke too soon. So Burst finishes 2 points, so Los Longinus wins. Want to do another battle?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do another battle. Alrighty, I think his name was Deep Knox or something like that.
Deep Knox?
Yes.
Oh, you got the name right.
Yeah, Deep Knox. Come on, let's go. 3, 2, 1, there we go. Yeah, we just literally got these today at Target, so we're like, let's just make a video and test them out.
Oh, and yeah, last week we made a firework video. It was awesome.
Yeah, no. Alright, DK Knox won again.